Mullion is a civil parish and village on the Lizard Peninsula in South Cornwall, England, United Kingdom. The nearest town is Helston, approximately 5 miles to the north. Mullion civil parish encompasses the church town and 4 smaller settlements: Mullion Cove and Predannack to the southwest, Trewoon and Meaver to the east. Mullion is bordered by the parishes of Gunwalloe and Cury to the north, Grade-Ruan to the east, Landewednack to the south, and by Mounts Bay to the west. The parish also includes Mullion Island, an uninhabited island approximately half a mile offshore from Mullion Cove. The island is home to large colonies of seabirds and is owned by the National Trust. Etymology: the parish name has evolved over the years, with references in the parish records to St. Mullion, 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 and St. Mullion. In the Valor Ecclesiasticus carried out in 1535, the village name is recorded as Mullion. The parish takes its name from St. Mullion, the Breton bishop of Rennes, who supposedly took office in 519. He was a man of many aliases, including the Latin version St. Melanius, reference to early publications, and the 1908 Ordnance Survey maps show that the parish church was officially known as St. Mellons until at least the start of the 20th century. In the late 19th century, Edmund Harvey, vicar of Mullion, proposed that the parish took its name from Mellon, which he believed was an alias of St. Malo. St. Malo was a Welshman who moved to Brittany, where he became Bishop of Alethe around AD 541. Harvey's ideas have since been discredited. However, an area near one of the ancient chapel sites was known as St. Malo's Moor in Harvey's time, and nearby were 2 fields known as Sampson's Crofts. Mullion was surveyed for the Survey of English Dialects. History: there is evidence for prehistoric burial mounds, Celtic crosses and ancient chapel sites in the parish, and in more recent times evidence of copper and china clay mining, and a World War II airfield at Predannack. Several barrows at Angrouse yielded prehistoric remains when excavated. The existence of a Celtic church here is indicated by the place names from Ennehy and Lanfrauden nearby. In Norman times the church of St. Mellinus lay in the fief of Rosewick. John de Rivers gave it to Modsfont Priory in 1291, but in 1309 the priory conveyed it to the Dean and Chapter of Exeter. The vicarage was established in 1310, and the chancel of the church was rebuilt before 1331 by the executors of Bishop Byton of Exeter. Of this chancel part remains, but most of the church was built in the 15th century. Robert Ludra was also provost of Glasney College. He increased the endowment of the vicarage, and contributed funds for the roofs and tower. Features of interest include the fine series of bench ends and other old woodwork. In the 6 years up to 1873 there were 9 wrecks along a 1.5-mile stretch of coastline under Mullion Cliffs, with the loss of 69 lives. The Royal National Lifeboat Institution stationed a lifeboat at Mullion Cove in 1867, but was withdrawn in 1908. The boathouse has since been demolished, but its barometer is on display in the village. Like many other Cornish coastal villages, there was a pilchard fishery, controlled by seining companies, which started in the 18th century out of Mullion Cove. Caught by a seine net, the pilchards were cured at Newlyn and exported to Mediterranean countries. The companies posted a hue on Mullion Island to watch for the dark patch of a nearby shoal of pilchards. There are still a few boats operating a small shellfish industry. There were a few short-lived copper mines in Mullion Parish, first mentioned in a deed of 1741, and the mine had a number of names: Goosecroft, Predannack Warther, South Wheel Unity, Trenance and Wheel Providence. Wheel Unity, to the south of Churchtown, opened in 1847, and to the southeast of Mullion Cove was a mid-19th century copper mine called Wheel Fenwick. a native copper sheet found in 1847 and with the dimensions of 9 meters by 1.4 meters by 15 centimeters and weighing over 700 kilograms, from wheel unity was exhibited at the 1851 Great Exhibition in London. Compared with the rest of Cornwall, copper mining was insignificant and ceased by the end of the 19th century. The mine buildings have disappeared, but an attic can still be seen in Mullion Cove. Talc was quarried in Soapy Cove in the south of the parish during the 18th century. The talc occurs as a vein in the Serpentine, and forms an irregular scar heading from the shore inland. It was used for early porcelain production by Benjamin Lund in Bristol and taken over by the Worcester porcelain manufacturers in 1752. Poldhu was the site of one of the main technological advances of the early 20th century when, in 1901, a wireless signal was sent to St. John's, Newfoundland, by Marconi. The technology was a precursor to radio, television, satellites and the Internet, with the Earth station at Goonhilly Downs a nearby example. Geography. The parish comprises 5,007 acres of land, 8 acres of water and 55 acres of foreshore. It is on the Lizard Peninsula, which lies within the Cornwall area of outstanding natural beauty. Almost a third of Cornwall has AONB designation, with the same status and protection as a national park. Mullion contains 3 designated sites of special scientific interest: West Lizard SSSI, Bulkhead to Mullion SSSI and Mullion Cliff to Predannack Cliff SSSI, which includes Mullion Island. Mullion Cliff to Predannack Cliff SSSI is noted for its geological and biological interest and contains 10 Red Data Book of Rare and Endangered plant species. Much of the Lizard National Nature Reserve is within the parish boundary. The Southwest Coast Path, which follows the coast of southwest England from Somerset to Dorset, passes by on the cliffs along the western edge of the parish. Mullion Churchtown. The main village of Mullion is situated in the north of the parish, approximately 65 meters above sea level and about 1 mile inland of the coast, which is to its west. The village sits at the end of 2 river valleys which run southwest from the village, descending steeply to meet the sea at Mullion Cove and Mullion Cove. North of the village is a 3rd river valley descending west to east and meeting the sea at Poldhu Cove. This river defines the boundary between Mullion and the neighbouring parish of Gunwalloe. The geology of this part of the parish consists mainly of hornblende schists, only changing to slate north of Poldhu Cove. The land around the village and on the upper slopes of the river valleys is mostly fertile land cultivated for arable crops and livestock grazing. The small hamlets of Trewoon and Meaver are situated about half a mile to the east of Mullion village. Today Mullion is the largest village on the Lizard Peninsula and is a centre for local services and amenities as well as a popular tourist destination. Mullion School is the local secondary school. Predannack Downs. To the south of the village, the land gently rises and levels out onto a plateau at a height of around 85 meters above sea level. In contrast to the northern part of the parish, this area remains a semi-natural heath, the growth of which is encouraged by the change in geology south of Mullion Cove to magnesium-rich serpentine rock, known as Predannack Downs. It is part of the Lizard National Nature Reserve. In the center of the downs lies the World War II Predannack Airfield, currently a satellite of nearby RNAS Culdrose. The southern extent of the parish is marked by a steep, narrow river valley cut into the downs, meeting the sea at Guynans Cove. The coastline along the edge of the downs between Guynans Cove and Mullion Cove consists of hydromatic sheer cliffs with the exception of a deep, narrow cleft cut into the downs at Gew Grays, also known as Soapy Cove. This cove is named after soapstone, a type of serpentine rock found around the cove. Talc was quarried here in the 18th century. Governance. For the purposes of local government, Mullion is a civil parish and every 4 years elects a parish council consisting of 10 councillors. The principal local authority is Cornwall Council, and an electoral ward with the same name covers the parish and the surrounding land to Lizard Point. The population of the ward at the 2011 census was 4,364. Sports. Mullion AFC is an association football club playing the home matches at Clifton Park. The first team play in the Cornwall Combination League, the reserves in the Trewoon League, and a women's team in the Cornwall Women's Football League. Mullion Cricket Club play in the 4th tier of the Cornwall Cricket League, Division 3 West. Mullion Golf Club was founded in 1895 and is the most southerly golf course in the UK. It is situated in the parish of Gunwalloe. Notable residents: daughter of Joseph Stalin, Svetlana Alliluyeva, later known as Lana Peters, spent part of her life in Mullion. She died November 2011, aged 85, in Wisconsin. Stephen Oldham BT VC. Captain BT was awarded his VC being the captain of HMS Campbelltown, which was used to ram and destroy the dock gates in St. Nazaire to prevent its use by the German battleship Tirpitz. Privateer James Erosey was born at Erosey House near Mullion. He accompanied Francis Drake on 3 occasions. Ernest Herbert Pitcher, VC, petty officer in the Royal Navy, was born at Mullion. Fighter pilot and author Geoffrey Wellham DFC.